Oh, we said the Quack House one again.
Still saying the Quack House, yeah. Well, it's always the Quack House, right? Like Quack Stream, Quack House.
What's good, everybody?
Quack Legends, how we doing?
Let's go. Welcome to the Quack Stream, Quack House, whatever you want to call it. It's totally up to you guys. You know, your deal. But I hope y'all are good, man. Welcome to Quack Stream numero. What number is it? 6 now.
6.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. I love it, man. I see the people starting to pile into the chats. Hunter, what's good, baby? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, man. Just hanging out, moving forward with the week. Been kind of chilling today. I've been super tight. You know, I told you guys that I've been like working out, bringing it to the next level. You know, winter to spring, right? You got to increase that movement. You got to get going. And my neck was all fucked up this weekend. So I've been chilling. Still won a hockey game since. But yeah, dude, that's my week. How's your week going?
It's good, bro. It's good. I took I was like lazy weekend. You know what I mean? I took I'm starting to find work-life balance a little bit. You know, like like good work-life balance. I'm chilling. I got to work like work. You know what I'm saying? Like Tuesday, Wednesday, today. Monday was a little bit of a lazy day too, but I'm good, bro. Like I wanted to make it a point to just kind of find like my work-life balance because I've been a little crazy and I'm starting to reassess like what's actually like generating money for me, right? Like where's my time being spent? What is it bringing me? So I had like a whole spring cleaning, if you will, you know what I mean? Of kind of like my schedule, my time. But yeah, man, I'm good, bro. Thank God I'm good. Everything is good. I'm excited. I got the students later today. I'm going back into the school. So, Professor Dave with his pop collar is going to go into the school and just be like, listen up, kids. This is artificial intelligence. But I'm psyched, bro. I'm psyched about it. So yeah, all is good, bro. What's news?
That's awesome. News. News in the space. I feel like people have been doing some copy pasta posts lately. I feel like, people are a little bit, obviously people have been feeling a little lost in the space. I think what you're saying, it's all tied to spring thing that I've been manifesting, on the Quack House, on the Quack Stream last like 2 or 3 weeks. Like people are making these little micro changes. New. Look at people are pouring on some love. You see the shirt comment too. Serini talked about these jerseys last week, so I thought
those are fire
today. Yeah, those man. OG shit. Yeah, no, I think that finding this new niche for everyone, across their different aspects of their life, right? Like you're finding this work-life balance. It's a good time for that shit. Make a little balance there. I feel like same for me, man. I've had a bad balance. I got hurt, right? Like I just did too much and got the neck kind of situation. So these little adjustments are all super hopeful for the coming weeks, I think, and months, plus the weather, plus we need a bounce, all the things.
Just, bro, I need sunshine, bro. It's sunny today, thankfully. Like, it's starting to warm up a little bit. Everybody I talk to on Spaces is like, oh, I'm in Vietnam. It's 30 degrees Celsius. Oh, I'm in this. And da-da-da-da-da. Like, I'm like, bro. But finally, we're starting to warm up. But we got some stuff we want to go over with you guys today. We got some posts from Yuri that we want to review. Next steps, obviously, for Wallchain. We got Wallchain Games Season 2. Hunter, by the way, I shot you the DM with the specific questions that we're going to ask. We're going to have some fun today with Crip King, and Tyre is going to come on. But what do you say we bring our man Crip King into this conversation, boy? And for those of y'all, if you don't know what Crip King looks like, let me tell you, do not judge a voice by its cover because you're just like, God damn, nobody looks like their voices to me. I don't know what I anticipate, but nobody looks like their voices. CK, what's up,
What
baby?
is up? What is up? Yeah, I'm good, brother. I'm good. How about y'all? Yeah, same thing like Hunter. I was dealing with my neck as well previously. I've been running every day now, like I think 10 days straight, 3 to 5 miles. Weather in Texas is beautiful right now. We're like 95 degrees. So
Dave, kick him, Dave. Wait, did you say 95?
95.
Oh yeah, I'm good without that. No, I don't need that.
Yeah. No, I like it. The hotter, the better. This is the run months for me. I try to do 100 miles of running every month of the summertime. Get back in umpire shape, and so yeah. No, I'm enjoying trying to do that flow state thing as well, where I'm working out a little bit every day, and then also making sure that flow state as well as on my work, like you were saying, Dave, is like right now I'm kind of finishing the past of like where we were and kind of figuring out where we're going now in the future, and a big part of that was just cashing out some things I needed to cash out, throwing them where they needed to be thrown, and just getting ready, on posting, trying to be original, trying to find stuff that nobody's talking about, which is hard, but no, I'm enjoying, right now, that in between meta stage is, I think you grow a lot if you put your mind to it, and so right now that's where I'm kind of at right now,
Tell the people what you told us before we came on stream. How much one of these companies is offering you for how much work, bro? Like, everybody listen up to this, okay? This is the insanity that's going on in this space right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was telling them that I got approached to do a campaign, and it was 5 days of work for like $160 something, and it's like I had made 10,000 off my previous campaign, and so I was asking them, like, how do you balance this gap between what we were doing and where we're going right now, and so trying to hold off a little bit. Number one, you have to be careful right now because there's so much projects flooding in that you end up repping the wrong one, and you end up getting slashed, or something happens because you rep the wrong project. So I'm trying to be very patient. The one thing that I loved about Wallchain was y'all were the kind of like the front people to say we're gonna vet this, and when you're kind of blind out there by yourself, you're the vet, right? You're the person doing the vet, and we've saw in the past that can go kind of sideways. So just trying to take my time right now. Every penny saved is a penny earned. If you read my pin post yesterday, I had an old project that I was doing that I couldn't find a place to cash it out anywhere, and I was getting these high slippages. Ended up going to Changelly. I don't know if y'all remember Changelly from the past, bro. Yeah, and I ended up getting like 97 cents on the dollar, where everywhere else was like 60% on the dollar, and so for me, that win right there is like, it's just like like an extra project that I won, right? Like, because all that money just trying to get all my ducks in a row, get all my buckets lined up, so when we do hit that next meta, I will be ready. I think it's important, to not only get what are you about, but also where are you going right now? And I kind of feel like I know where I'm going. It's just a point of getting there, and where the space is going. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. There's so much.
Yeah, I got my MAYC jersey too, my soccer one. Yeah.
You fancy boy. Okay.
Love to see it.
Okay.
I had to break out some sort of ape gear, right?
Yeah.
With having Crypt King today. Yeah.
But hey, I love all the I was thinking of something wild. One day, we get to a point where quacks could be traded for like gear or something like that. Like, man, that could be, like the Born Board mug could come on.
I see you in the replies of Yuri's tweets, and you're just like, what if we did like the Pond Hub? And I'm like, this motherfucker, that's actually.
I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to come with ideas for sure.
I love it, bro. I love it. Honestly, I really do. Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, one other thing to note also, based on like the initial thing we talked about, where it's like how much money these guys offered you. It's just like, bro, I don't understand how brands out here really operate, because like what you told us before that was like, yo, you just got done making 10, 20K off of like Open Ledger and a few of these other like airdrop ones. And it's just like, come on, like $178. Like, in what world do people think that this for 5 days of work, like Web3, whoever these marketing people are, like whoever's pulling the money stream, y'all need a wake-up call, okay? And founders, if you're watching this now, you need to hear us when we say this, because we have the masses at our disposal right here. This community is massive for you. Listen to us. We are trying to consult you and tell you the best way to go about it to get maximum benefit from this insanely talented group of people. Listen, please.
Yeah, and like it's right now, like Monday, Wallchain was trending 3 separate times, and like the community's hungry. This community is hungry.
Bro.
They're connecting. I told you before, I did a couple giveaways. Those guys put it as their PFP and started like blasting branding.
I love
and now
that.
they're like 70, 80 likes a post. Like it's great to see building and community jiving together and all of it, like, so, I know a lot of people are impatient right now, but you gotta, let everything kind of settle its ways. Cause I think almost 99% of the space right now is kind of like shifting and figuring out what's next, like, and I'm excited because every single last iteration was better than the previous one. So there's no doubt in my mind the next place is going to be even better,
Facts. Yeah. And that's like, maybe that's kind of the perfect segue for us to kind of jump into kind of what we wanted to talk about today. Obviously, like, we're going to be doing Wallchain games once Tyre gets here. And we're going to base it around, this, like one of Yuri's tweets that recently kind of started catching a little bit of fire, where we were talking about, and I'm going to share my screen in just a second. And Hunter and I can, and CK, we can all kind of like break this down and really kind of understand like what was, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was Yuri talking about? What does this actually mean for Wallchain? But here's the tweet, and I'll just read it straight through so you guys can kind of understand, and then we can kind of break this down. But Yuri said, how do you find the highest ROI creators for a specific product? This is a challenge we are solving for some of our private campaign customers. It breaks down into the next questions. Who is your existing addressable audience, right? Let's say if you have, as an example, a prediction market, like a bunch of prediction market followers, who is not yet in your community? Which creators cover your addressable audience the most? Which subsets of creators have the most coverage without repetitive overlapping? And by the way, CK, you might want to just take note of this because this is going to be in the Wallchain games. What can lead to a wasted budget on a creator's campaign? And even if a creator is a big tier one, only a small percentage of their followers may have interest in your niche. And even if you select a group of reputable tier ones, like some of these monsters, like he put here, like Zero Cool, Rip Chill, Whale Swoosh, with high propagation into your target audience, their follower base can be highly overlapping. So it's essentially trying to find, right? And I'll let Hunter take on this, like, because he's talking to these businesses directly. It's essentially saying these businesses want the highest ROI and the highest conversion with spending the littlest amount of money, but they want to make sure they're targeting the right audience. So Hunter, I'll throw this over to you to maybe kind of give a little bit more color to some of these folks.
Yeah, man. So basically the idea is this. The current meta has been all about, all right, this KOL or the creator has this big of followership, we're going to, whatever project, we're going to give them a big deal because of this followership. And hopefully a percentage of that will turn to user conversion, right? And over the last few months, specifically, basically into this bearish time, like Dave said, the conversations in my meetings with founders is, I go through everything and they're kind of jaded against marketing campaigns, like external marketing campaigns, because what's been happening is projects spend a whole ton of money, maybe $100,000, maybe tens of thousands of dollars, whatever. And this is more so marketing agencies, but it applies to all the options, InfoFi included too. And, they have some sort of campaign that gets a lot of vanity metrics, but they are stuck with the same user conversion. It doesn't improve user conversion. Of course, there's been certain projects that stand out that, avoid this, like Limitless crushed it, Avantis, right? Like in terms of hours. But the whole idea here is they're jaded. They need this to be fixed. They need a more assurance in terms of the return on investment. So what we see and what Yuri sees is, well, let's not target the KOL based off of their metrics. Let's find the best audience for the project, find where this audience is converging in terms of followership for creators, and then hitting those creators up that are all about that audience. Like, Dave said, prediction markets, it might be AI, it might be, DeFi trading, etc. Basically, we're going after the audience, leading us to the KOL to connect to our partners. And then to amplify that, we run our separate campaigns, ActionFi campaigns, our, gated mindshare leaderboard campaigns. The idea is to find the best bang for your buck out of, 5 to 10 KOLs, and then amplify the hell out of it through a normal campaign. Because then you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting to the audience, and then you're amplifying that audience's potential reaction to the rest of CT, crypto Twitter, right?
That's it. Like, that's what it is. Like, it's a matter of finding like the right people, right? That is specific to your product that you can speak directly to. And that's not an easy thing to do right now, right? And I think that's what, like, I know when I said, Yuri, like, is this built? And he was like, we're working on it very actively. And I'm like, okay, like, that would be really cool. CK, I would love your thoughts on this, man. What do you think?
Well, yeah, the first thing that came to my mind was overlapping. Like, when you say, like, what's the key word? It's overlapping, right? Like, this is the time where you need to not only build your own niche, but be able to, like, educate on actionable items. Like, when I think about, like, IDOS, it was, showing people why the ID was, the unlock, and then also the steps of the community. And it also, this is a big part about, like, building your own foundation out, right? Like, where your foundation doesn't necessarily be 20 KOLs that are all, like, just sharing with each other, like, it's more, that's why I think in the future we could see, like, things like teams and stuff where it's like, one leader creator that has like 20, 30 people behind them, that kind of like, where, okay, this is your subset, this is his subset, we don't overlap, let's see how you're performing, on your, group, because the biggest thing that I see in the Venn diagram is the overlap, where it's like, this is not productive when we start to overlap, and I think it's also going to be important on, number one, I also put a little bit pushback to the projects as well. It's like, okay, at a certain point too, you got to, like, kind of push the products in to get the attention from. So I think it's also like a two-way street as well, where at a certain time, I think the projects just, like, they want to just, like, dump the product and say, we'll be back in 6 months. And it's like, no, at certain conversion points, we need to actually have things pushed in, like, to get more attention, more action, more, excitement, and so, yeah, I think it's a great step forward. And I think the biggest, like, if you say, what's the key word, it's overlapping, and it's also building your own niche, as well,
Agreed, man. Agreed. Because at the end of the day, like, imagine what it would cost to pay Whale, Zero Cool, and Chill Pill all at the same time. But in reality, like, look where kind of like that Venn diagram, like, you have a lot of overlap at the end of the day, right? So yeah, and I guess let me ask you guys this, right? Because I asked myself this question from, like, a brand identity perspective, right? Where it's just like, would I be good at something like this? And I think of, like, what do I tweet about? What do I talk about? Would I be considered as, like, the go-to guy for prediction markets? I'm not the prediction markets guy, right? Like, I feel maybe I'm more like general crypto, just given, like, my spaces and everything else. But have you guys, Hunter, like, when you think about it, do you have, like, a specific brand? If, like, obviously, like, on the prediction market side, if somebody came to you, like, and you think about your account, would that be something like, how would you maybe, like, look at yourself? And I'll ask the same to you, CK, after Hunter.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. A lot of within the last couple months, a lot of the pivots of our competitors have been, like, creating, like, the cards, right? Like Z cards and all these. There's been other projects that have been like, connect your wallet and we'll tell you who you are, right? And they give you a label, and there's only like 8 to 10 of them. And everyone's like, oh my God, what am I out of these 10 fucking options? And I'm just
a card. Yay, a card.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, have your fun. But, like, guys, you guys are we're all much more dynamic, right? Because we're all probably general crypto, but my specialty, the specialty can be the crypto niches, but it also can be like your vibe, right? I think that for years I was a bull poster and I was a high loyalty follower. Those are kind of the two buckets I would say that I fell into. So like projects wanted me to be a community member because I was hard to get, hard to please. And I, if I liked a product, or an NFT project or whatever, I waved the flag. I love these fuckers. Like these founders are doing some cool shit. And that's all my posting. So I would say that's my specialty. I don't know how this would apply for this kind of thing. Ideally I've been working my account to become head of partnerships and work Web3. And that's another niche, right? If you want to work in Web3 rather than collect or whatever. But yes, Crypt King, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like the big thing I hear y'all asking is like, who are you, right? Like for me, I'm an educator. I like to work boots on the ground with people, hands-on, like I like to grab people that's less experienced and then walk them through the process and show them those. I kind of like stay away from things that I think are going to lead you towards gambling tendencies, and so like, that's who I am, at the end of the day, I mean, I love like helping brands, like you were saying, Hunter, is like, I like helping brands that have potential, real tech potential, and are kind of needing that boost up, and then for me, myself, I show the community who they are, what's the potential, why they push the space forward. And that's kind of like, what I'm all about, like prediction market could work perfect for me because I can take a step-by-step breakdown and say, this is why I like this. This is what I saw out of it. One thing I know a lot of others I think have worked into their game that I don't FUD too much. I don't speak about a product if I don't like it, like just because it's like, we've gotten to a point where we're just so full of opinions, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, but your opinion is so singular. It's so like yours. It doesn't like even branch out to your whole group or community, and so that's my hierarchy is archetype, is educate,
I love it, bro. Like, for me, like, I'm thinking about it and I'm just like, I talk about a lot of general stuff, but I don't FUD anybody else, right? Like I'm literally looking at where like my specialty lies. I do talk about kind of specific things, right? Like I have a format to my shows, right? But it's kind of like, it's broad. So I guess it's maybe something for everybody that's listening. Try and maybe think about what kind of box you fit into. And I'm not saying you have to fit into that box, but like when push comes to shove, like if a specific brand is looking for someone, do you fit into that box for them specifically? So something to think about. But guys, man of the hour is here, ladies and gentlemen. Crypt King, your arch nemesis for Wallchain Games episode 2 is here. There he is, baby. Tyre, what's up, boys?
Yo, it's nice to be here.
What's up? How are you?
It's nice to be here. It's nice to see. I thought it's a wrestling game. You know those WWE stuff. I don't know. It's Undertaker.
Yeah. Don't worry. You're not going to have to wrestle Crypt King, at least not on this stream. So, like, you're totally good for now, bro. Like, you're totally fine.
Perfect. It's nice to see you. First time in the space and wonderful to be here.
Yeah, good nice to see you, man.
Mm-hmm. Good to have you, Tyre. Tyre, we were just talking about Yuri's tweet and trying to figure out, like, how we classify, like, our accounts, right? So, kind of a new thing that Wallchain is working on is like, how do you actually get like something that is very specific to a brand, right? Like if a brand has like a prediction market platform, are you a creator, right? Like, or a creator that has following for that specific brand to be able to kind of like bring them on. So I'm just kind of, and we were kind of just going around one by one, just trying to be like, well, how do we, like, where do we feel our accounts kind of fall into like a specific kind of category? And I'm just kind of curious, bro. You're popular in the chat, bro. And Tyre, shout me out. But yeah, like where Tyre, when you see your account, because I know your account, like because you're vocal on Spaces being like, my account was nothing, and then I literally just made it a point to be like the authentic, real me, and then like your account kind of just blew up. So how do you maybe kind of see your account right now?
To be honest, when I started back in June 2025, I'd never expected to grow an account. I thought in my head, I'm always, I'm an NFT trader back since 2021, and I made my company, which is I'm now in the company itself. I made my company in 2022 from NFTs. I pulled $400,000 to $500,000 out of NFTs, and I said I'm not going to go back again. It was an opportunity to move on in real life, and I made a business out of it. And I thought, I'm not going to go back into this Web3 stuff because I'm not making money. Every time I invest, I lose money. So for me, it was dead for me at that time. Obviously, sometimes you might think you're going to, go back, but at the end of the day, you get involved. Forcefully, you're going to get involved. This is what happened. But once we're back in 2025, I was watching others, how they're making money. I've seen Crypto King back in the days. I think this guy, me and him, we had a big argument. So I just want to make sure he's safe. So, you know what? Back in the days, I thought, how are you going to grow? From my end, I was coming to spaces thinking that I'm going to listen to these people. I'm going to listen to advice of hunters. I'm going to listen to advice of, Dave. I'm going to listen to advices. But what's the point of listening to advice in the spaces if I'm not making money? This is my purpose. I'm a businessman. I don't really think about this. If I want to listen, I've got YouTube, I've got TikTok, I've got whatever. Listen, what's the point? The whole purpose joining is to make money. I see others within. I am not a creator, and I've never been a creator. I was just only for me to get the following. For me to get, to be honest, I always thank Wallchain through the whole journey, because without Yuri, without those people, without the support from others, I'm not going to be here today. To be honest, and I made money. Don't get me wrong. It's all about money here. I'm not going to lie to you. I made over $40,000-$50,000 from Wallchain campaigns, and it was wonderful. But to grow, it was most important. It was about support, about understanding who your target market is, understanding what type of community you're going to get involved. If you're associated with what Wallchain community, that quackheads, that part of this, that association of that people, they attract more people into you. So today you come to spaces, show up. Be who you are. Why are you going to be scared of people's opinion, what left, right, center? At the end of the day, if you are homosexual, if you are gay, if you are Islamophobic, whatever you are, you need to come up and be yourself. And as long as you don't hurt others and respect other people, for me, this is all my life. This is today. I'm so happy I got to the stage that I made money and I've grown followers. But the end of the day for me was where I'm gonna end up after this. What's the stages? Hunter, you, and even Crypto King, you guys, your life depends on this Web3 space. Maybe Hunter is a sport guy. I don't know about Crypto King. He's one of the communist guys I've ever seen in Web3, to be honest. And it's wonderful to see you learning. Every day is a learning stage. And I'm happy to be here.
Tyre, let me ask you one quick follow-up, right? Would you classify your account as like having a specific niche, right? Like, do you talk about prediction markets? Do you talk about DeFi protocols? Do you talk about, a certain ecosystem? Or is it more just kind of like general?
I think previously I was thinking about campaigns. To be honest. Previously was all about campaigns. Then after the campaigns, I wanted to target myself in a way that I need to be part. Prediction market is not going to work. I was into NFTs, so I said to myself, now I need to go back to NFTs. So I have to talk about NFTs. I don't know. I'm not a political guy. I'm not going to talk about religion. I'm not going to talk about anything. I'm going to talk about something I understood from 2021 up to today. So for me, it was my niche. Understanding is better to go to something that I understand actually. That's so NFTs
makes sense. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. And like the more like I hear you guys talk, right? Like the more that you're chiming in, the more I'm really thinking about like the InfoFi game allowed me to kind of talk about other projects, but it also allowed me to kind of flex kind of my knowledge about, right? Like this game, right? Whether it's crypto, right? Anything that came out that was prediction market focused, like what I was talking about, because I loved prediction markets, right? Or if there were certain DeFi protocols that I was like, I'm actually making money using this, right? Like, and that I think is what people really resonate and kind of gravitate towards. but it's also like the chicken or the egg thing where it's like, you need to be your authentic self in order for people to really buy into your brand. And then once you have that, whatever your brand is, your brand is not defined by like a category. Your category can essentially be defined or kind of looped into your brand, if that makes sense, boys. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
The one thing I loved about the InfoFi time was seeing everybody, like, the first instinct is I'm going to go grab all 12 projects and I'm just going to post about them just over and over and over. And then you slowly, as time went on, you start to see everyone got a certain, like I would pick just one project and I would focus on one and then I would add maybe one or two more, but I wasn't like 6 to 10 deep, and then I would see others that were like 15 deep and I'm like, bro, how do you even it was great to see like that maturity of people growing where I'm going to have a certain strategy of how I attack these projects, like where at the start it was just madness, right? And then towards the end, we were all calculated and just to see everybody in their own, micro calculation of how they were attacking projects. I learned a lot from that as well, very much a lot.
Yeah. Agreed, man. There was so much, like you realize you can't handle them all, right? Sometimes you're going to miss, rest in peace, aligners, but you know what it is anyways. You're gonna miss, you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna miss. So yeah, great insight, boys. Great insight. Hunter, we got any other stuff that we want to tackle with these boys before we get into Wallchain games? Is there any other items that we had that we wanted to maybe kind of like cook on?
I think it's really just kind of this, and I just want to address too, like we're not just saying that we're doing this. Max has been building out kind of something on the tech side to do this, to basically run this for any project that comes to us, make these matches. And, like Dave said, like the perfect creator or ambassador, let's say, right, for a project, they might have 5,000 followers, but of those 5,000, 4,000 are like the top traders on prediction markets or something like that, right? So yeah, I think it's great. Like we're all super dynamic, and as you continue in this space, you only become more dynamic. The micro adjustments that you guys were just talking about for, how best to quack, right? Like Crypt King was saying, like this is all the same kind of work when you're growing your account, right? It's micro adjustments. It's learning about the algo on X, your audience, and I think that. On the creator side, I think we should focus this tool on the creator side too, to kind of like analyze your account and show you which bucket or which buckets your account falls into. Maybe you don't even know. Like for Tyre, I was thinking he was just going to say, I'm an extractor, like we've heard him say. Because that's what I think of you as, Tyre.
I'm the money guy. Yeah.
The whole purpose here, what's the purpose of being within Web3? If you come up in space and say, I am not an extractor, I am going to be, a community guy and stuff. At the end of the day, everyone wants to make money in this space. And if we could deny it or in a way that, today, opportunity, you know what amazed me, Hunter? Once I stopped, I've got 3 projects, they DM me, we will give you some offers or, come up and, to make a post and stuff. Exactly one of the projects, I'm guessing that, Crypto King had the same thing. I think the same project that, meant to be $150 or $160 on 5 days, a campaign, whatever this thing. I think they give, and you are a special one. You're chosen you because you're a special one. You know what? It's a marketing tool, whatever this one. And I'm not going to shit in any platform or project because at the end of the day, back in the days, I never had one single offer, not even one DM. But today, when I see 3 platforms, they offer me project and, we wanted you to be part and stuff. And I always think I always listen to something that Dave and Crypto King mentioned clearly. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. They mentioned you need to make sure how much you're worth. Sometimes you might get offer of $50. Can you post it? Tell them to fuck off. You're not worth it. You need to make sure what you worth is this. But yes, some people might think, I'm a small account. I'm this one. It all depends what you are. But for me, I'm not going to put my name in a place where those people could scam. Today, I've seen some project. A lot of people, I'm not going to mention their names. A lot of people, big account, they were promoting some NFT project. and yes, today in the morning, they all, it was rug pull. So I don't know where their mind is, but today is all about extraction. And exactly what you said, Hunter.
Yeah. I like that. And yeah, brands $170 for 5 days of work. I think I speak for all of us when I say this. Thank you very much.
I ain't desperate that much to get this. Anyway,
come on, bro.
Of these things.
Yeah, bro, don't. And this is the problem too. Like, I feel like brands don't look at, like, if you're gonna spend time and you're gonna invest in a creator, it's important to look at the creator's body of work, right? Like, understand what they do, listen to a space, right? Like, understand their knowledge base, right? Like, who are they at the end of the day? Because, and this has always been my issue, and I don't know how this gets fixed, right? But like, we were compensating people before on like follower count, and people were paying, like, for me specifically, I'm full-time Web3, so people were paying me based on like, well, how many people do you have in a space? What's the concurrent number? And I'm just like, you think that, like, like, this to me is the same example of what we're talking about here, where it's like, would you rather have 500 completely uninterested people in the space, or like my 75 ATC religious people that literally will preach my gospel from here to kingdom come? And if you need a wallet downloaded, they will be your test group to download it. You'd rather that? So like, I like the shift that's happening now, because hopefully that will come to spaces and kind of, this could be amazing for everybody to kind of get paid. But I want to see that shift more and more. But like, this has to start with the brands understanding, like, look, understand who it is that you're looking for. What is the end goal that you want from this campaign? And let's kind of work together and figure out what's the solution in order to actually get you there. So slowly, boys, baby steps. I feel like we're getting there. You know what I mean? We're getting there.
Yeah, it's going to take some time, man. I do feel, but we're all feeling changes. And something that Dave said earlier, like, the time of year and the vibes that you're feeling apply to more people than you expect, right? And Dave earlier being like, yeah, I'm kind of like getting my life together more right now, finding the balance, work-life balance.
Yeah,
that's better. Not getting your life together, but you know what I'm saying? Like
you fuck up.
But that's what I'm doing that right now too. And I think many of us are, and depending on, your geographic location, whatnot, that's huge, man. If more and more people are, getting a better work-life balance, I bet you their fear is decreasing, right? And then they can get, the more comfortable that they get, the more greedy they can get, tired.
Hunter, the question is, how long you're going to be in Web3? How long? Yeah. This is the question you need to ask. Do you have a plan ahead? This plan that you need to do. If you don't have strategy, if you don't have plan, trust me, you're not going to last in this space. You need to have a plan. You need to understand this is a gap. Today we have a market, everything is crashing, everything is down. But what will happen? Today you could build the next meta, you could come up, but once you get that next meta, once you make it, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue? You might grow to 50,000. I don't know what Crypto King, I know the Undertaker I'm going to call you. I'm not going to call you Cryptic Thing because of the hat thing. I love the Undertaker though. See, like, you get 50,000, 40,000, 100,000. This, if not everyone is going to be like you. You are a community. Crypto King is a community guy. He's always showing up. Every post I've seen him. Sometimes he's taking the risk. Beyond, I'm not going to hide about this Beyond stuff, but they follow me. I know you're listening, Beyond, but I love you. I just want to make sure that I'm safe side. So anyway, so the whole point is here, where you need to think, what's next? People always gonna criticize. Today I've seen the quackheads, even though today I gave 5 away to one of the communities here. I think I keep forgetting the names of the community. I don't know.
Ash and Vanessa.
Yeah, actually, I gave 5 quackheads for them for the community. And today I bought one. For some reason, I don't know why I just bought one. But the whole purpose is that the market is down, the quackheads is down. But today, where are you gonna wait? I'm not gonna tell you to buy or to lose. It's up to you. Whatever you want to say, throw the money, you spend money. But today, are you gonna wait for the day that there is one single announcement, the price goes up, and you have this one? You don't buy for the hype. Buy for the community. If you into the community, then buy something belongs to you, that you be part of that community today. Where you can see, I'm gonna tell you, where are you gonna see a community that exists up to today, that they have 2 shows, which is one Thursday and one Tuesday, Where do you see this a pace of a community that still exists? You might be in a Discord, hidden in a Discord. They might tell you, you're going to get the alpha, you're going to get this one. But you, most importantly, is you need someone to talk to, someone to able to send a message, someone to say to you, it's okay, we failed today, but we're going to win tomorrow. It is the most important part. This is called community. And this is why I like every time I put my name, I always see, Crypto King and his notification on, because I like Crypto King's style of making things all about community, and I've seen them. And obviously, Dave, I'm not going to talk about you in the space, because otherwise, you're gonna, after the space, gonna bloody kill me. But it's nice to be here.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen right now. All right, boys. Anything else anybody wants to add before we?
No. Well, one thing I wanted to say, Tyra was saying, is like about the community. Right now, I think community is important. Like because we're in between these meta shifts. And people are like, I get asked all the time, like, why market's down, why are you buying quackheads? And I'm like, well, this is a perfect time for me, and I'm the same way. I kind of put my money behind projects and communities that I believe in, and then not only am I going to get the ROI from building with the community, but also as well, when opportunities come in, most likely I'm going to get a chance on those opportunities, because I'm being a forward-facing person, up front, and so a lot of times, like if I believe in the vision, if I believe in the, it's going to be hard for me to believe in something. I have to see, just like a person's got to believe in me as a creator, I got to believe in the platform, and I got to see them move, or I got to believe in their vision. I think right now, like that's a big part why, even like Tyra was saying, I just bought a quackhead as well, late last night, I couldn't help myself, so yeah, I think community is important. I think you right now find a community, get behind, find a community that believes in you and gives you confidence. If we all have a little more confidence, our creation just explodes, and I think that's one of the things Tyra, he has a lot of confidence. Dave, confidence. Hunter, you have confidence. Creators could use more confidence, and I think it's our duty as well. Maybe we call ourselves OGs or we don't, but it's our duty as well to like give people confidence and say, hey, you can do it. Just give yourself time. Like I'm a teacher at the end of the day. So like I'm going to show up with that type of mindset,
Yeah. I'm with it.
Once you have more than one wife, then you have that confidence. It'll come up. Trust me. Try it. I hope your wife's not listening, but try it.
It's a little harder to try that in the U.S. Tyre.
Once you hit the one, the second and the third, it will be easy for you. I'm giving up, bro. But it's fine. But I know you in Western are all different, but anyway.
Oh shit! Try having another wife. Just sprinkle in another wife. What's the big fucking deal? Oh my god, good shit. Yo, AMG, good to hear. Yeah, we sent out your quackhead, so shout out to AMG who won Wallchain games last week, which was dope. Boys, this is great. I love being here. I love you guys here. Thank you, obviously, for coming on. I think this was. I love this format that we're doing. It's great for people to actually see faces of the community. Yeah. They put voices to faces. It's amazing. So let me just read the rules, essentially. This isn't tough, right? Like the basis of Wallchain games is to facilitate conversation, educate some people at the same time. You guys are two of the more notable community members, right? Like some of the more educated ones, right? You guys are boots on the ground, like you said earlier, Crypt King. Tyre, like you're in spaces all the time, right? So understanding like how the Wallchain component of like what Wallchain is doing and has built and is building versus like how you guys see the current market is kind of where we're going to go. They're going to be super simple questions. I figured this time I'm also going to post them in the chat, and you can have, if you need it, we could have the chat weigh in, right? So people could see their multiple choice. But ultimately, it's based on everything that we talked about leading up to this point, right? Like Yuri's tweet about how do you find like the right creators for like the right campaigns. Hunter and I will kind of alternate. I'm going to put them in the chat, but I'm going to read the first one. Crypt King will start with you, if that's okay. And then we will go from there. They're all multiple choice, very simple. Very easy, at least to start round one. We're going to warm it up, and then we can obviously kind of talk about, and maybe like elaborate. Okay? So let's go. Crip King, first question. You're launching a prediction markets app. Which creator should you pay? A, the mega crypto creator that has 500,000 followers and talks about everything crypto. B, Prediction Pro, aka this guy's got 40,000 followers, but he only talks about prediction markets. Or C, the NFT whale that has 300,000 followers, but he posts NFT art on the daily. Which one? A, B, or C?
B.
Facts. 40,000 followers, but he only talks about prediction markets. Why not 500 or 300,000? That's just a follow-up question. That's not like part of the game. Yeah.
Well, you get that specialized niche down, so
Facts. That's it, man. It's all about the niche, ladies and gents. It is all about the niche. Hold on one second. Let me just put this in the chat so you guys can see, and I'll put them in a little bit earlier so you guys can play along as well. And I'll put them in maybe like once we ask. But okay, that's it. 1-0.
So basically, you have to be quick when you're answering. Is that what it meant to be?
No. You don't need to be quick. That was for him. This next one is for you.
This one's for you, Tyre. Yeah, okay. So question 2. You have $10,000. Which 2 creators should you pick for your campaign? A, Crypto King plus Crypto Prince. They both have 200,000 followers, but 70% follow both of them. B, DeFi Dad plus NFT Mom. They both have 100,000 followers with only 10% overlap. Or C, don't pick 2 and just have one giant whale that has 400,000 followers, period.
I put it in the chat, Tyre, for you to see as well. So the question again, you have 10 grand. Which 2 creators should you pick? The 2 creators that both have 200,000 followers, but 70% of the same people follow both of them. DeFi Dad plus NFT Mom, just random names. Obviously, thank you, ChatGPT. They have 100,000 each, but only overlap 10% of their followers. Or do you pick the one giant whale that's got 400,000 followers and just the solo pick?
Ori, give it to me.
Honestly, this one's a little tougher. This one's a little bit more confusing than the first one.
But what's the purpose to give it to them anyway? 10,000. What's the purpose? Is that a specific project? Is that specific?
So this is relative to, let's just say you're launching a prediction market app, right? Like, so it's kind of the same premise, right? Like, and you have $10,000 that you want to give out, right? Like to somebody, right? Like if you're the brand, which creators are you ultimately going to pick? Do you want to pick like the ones that have 200,000 followers, but like there's 2 of them, but the majority of the same people follow those 2? Do you want to pick maybe the 2 people that have 100,000 each, but almost totally different followers? So like you're targeting totally different like subsets of followers, or do you want to just pick the one monster guy that's got 400,000 and you kind of take your chance?
I think the second one, because you're given 2 options, because those 2 individual, 2 different communities, 2 different followers, 2 different, should be the second one easy.
Yep, facts. That's it. That's the one. That's exactly the one. DeFi Dad and NFT Mom. Because look, if you have 100,000 on each of them, but there's only 10% overlap, meaning like 10,000 of them might be the same, but 90,000 from each one of those is going to be different. So now you're literally targeting, like you're getting the bigger bang for your buck at the end of the day, because now you're targeting 2. It's almost like 2 for 1, right? Mm-hmm. With no overlap. And that's the key, is the overlap part. And Crip King, you were talking about this earlier, right, bro? It's like having the overlap like is a big deal, right? Like, and us as Wallchain being able to disseminate and be able to determine like where does that overlap lie is kind of a really big differentiator.
Yeah, and one of the things, like I remember at the start of the InfoFi, whatever, like for me, kind of like less depending on, like, let's say throwing things into a chat group or things like that, because the LLM will catch you being predictable, right? Like if the same people follow you in the same row in the same, then everybody ends up getting like the same kind of recycling of that overlap. Yes, exactly. And that's where it's like, slowly building your own kind of following, and then, not depending on like, any type of, side help, eventually that LLM will see like, okay, that overlap is not there like I thought it was, or like others might think it was,
Facts. Yeah. Exactly. The overlap, I think, is the key here. Understanding how to be able to differentiate. And this is what I asked Hunter. This is what I asked Yuri, and I'm like, "Are we actually like able to do this?" And he was like, "Yes, like we are absolutely 100% working on this." And I'm like, "All right, that's actually really freaking cool. That is really, really cool." So yeah, we keep.
It'd be cool as well to have like if we have like a specialize on each one of us, where it's like this is kind of our our infographics on ourselves. Like that'll be awesome. Yeah,
bro. Yeah. CT loves infographics. Sorry, Hunter. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I think that this summer there's going to be a lot. There's going to be newer tools, potentially, the spring too. But I think I have big hopes for the summer all around. New tools for creators, new tools for our clients, as well as we actually have a new campaign type that we haven't talked about yet that is coming. So yeah, man. No, it's exciting.
Summer of Wallchain.
Wallchain summer.
Wallchain summer. There we go. Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, I'm putting this next one in the chat. And yeah, Nunu said if I see through creators post on the same thing, I'm probably more inclined to look into it. True. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Okay, Crip King. Next one's in the chat. Both creators will post about both creators will post about your project. This is a little switch up. Who drives more quacks? A, Body McBotface, 100,000 followers, X score of 150, posts 50 times a day. B, Real Human, 30,000 followers, X score 350, posts 5 quality threads a day. Or C, they're the same.
B. Yeah. B.
I personally liked Body McBotface.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So this is kind of the combination of kind of the last 2 weeks that we've been talking about, right? So it's like you want real people, real engagement with real followers talking about real things, right?
Yeah.
Somebody that's literally just posting 50 fucking times a day, like about just, billboard. Like that's not it, right? That's not it, right? Somebody that actually like has a voice, that actually like does this. Crip King, just out of curiosity, how many times a day do you post? Like, do you have like a set amount, or? Yeah.
I was, at the start of InfoFi, I was 12 to 15 times. And then now I think maybe 5, if that, because the thing is I like to engage. And so, it usually I post and 2 hours of engagement, 2 hours of kind of like going back and forth. And then after the first hour, I decide, do I want to retweet or not my own stuff? And then most of the time, like lately, I've stopped doing that, And so about 2 hours of engagement, and then I decide what I'm going to do next. If you do that, then you say that's 8 to 10 hours a day right there alone on 5 posts, and so it kind of like fills your day up, so yeah, about 5 now is what I'm doing.
Got it. Tyre, what about you? Do you have like a limit on what you post throughout the day? Like, do you have kind of like a formula to like kind of how you go about this?
Previously, I was, before I used to believe in Good Morning, posts, GM posts, because I thought that was pure engagement farming style. But I made it different. I made Good Morning, and I used to give an advice, kind of, inspiration, quotation, whatever these things I used to do. Add to it, because sometimes, if you just GM, suddenly Nikita, some days you woke up and we was overdrunk, and just come up and say, "Oh, anyone GM?" Motherfuckers, they have to delete those guys, straight away, delete, suspend their accounts. So I used to be always wary about it. So I decided to make a post, and every morning I wake up at 7 o'clock before I go to work. Literally, my work starts from 9. So from 7, I'm already in office. So I make the post. I arrange the post literally between each post. Sometimes I make it like an hour, 2 hours difference. But maximum, if you more than 5, what are you doing? You just because your post, unless you're making something, people will come to your page and see what's going on. This guy is posting, and they will never get to your original post because maybe other people retweet your post, or maybe you retweet other posts, and this is the difference. But I think the less you do posting, the better quality you have. You should have. Otherwise, you keep posting. At the end of the day, I'm sure a lot of people notice once you post more than 3 or 4, then your engagement goes down for some reason. And this is the same with me. More than 4 or 5, I know 100%. I'm not going to get the same as number 2 or 3, the same engagement. People, maybe I get bored of what you're posting, not the quality. Now you become quantity of just posting at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I've realized also, guys, is when I am like dialed in on CT, right, and I understand like what's going on like that given day, when you're able to capitalize and speak intelligently about something that's happening right then and there, right? Like that's like something that's already trending, let's say, or a story just comes out, right? Like it could be a simple like retweet of like a reputable account, but like give your take on it, right? Yep. Now you get all of that stuff. I found that like, I'll give you guys the perfect example, right? Like Sora just came out recently and was like, we're sunsetting Sora. And I'm like, why are you sunsetting Sora? So like I literally retweeted the Sora post and I was just like, I literally have no reason to spend $200 a month anymore on ChatGPT, right? Like I have all these other tools that I can use. And bro, in a matter of like 3-4 hours, I'm getting 1,200 like views. And I'm just like, that for me and my account, like in this market, bro, in 3, 4, 5 hours, like 1,200 like impressions, that's a lot, right? Like when I'm normally cooking at like 100 impressions an hour, if that, right? So like talk about some relevant stuff, right? Give your take on it, but also, yeah, Tyler, to what you were saying, super, super important. Good stuff.
Another thing is too, yeah. I think all of us have like for me, around 9 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, that is my peak time. And then I know at 6 o'clock my time, everybody, it's like I'm made for the other side of the world because everybody's sleeping until about midnight to 1 in the morning, and I start to explode again. But if I didn't realize that, I would think something's wrong with me during those hours, right? Yep. And you got to know when your peak hours are. You got to know when your lull hours are. You know, you have to know all of that inside your, body of work. That way, you know as well when to hit your high quality post. And then also like, 6 or 7, I'm hitting, a little bit more like one-on-one, how are you doing type of engagement, like in kind of like posting, understanding my demographics and how they move on certain hours. That's important as well,
Yeah. Knowing your times is big. Yeah. Like I was playing around with so many different things. When I went viral with my Sora videos, I did like 15 million or 20 million in like 6 days just off like Sora views. And I posted my initial post at 2 a.m., like just like fucking around. And because now it takes time for the algorithm to catch, right? Yes. Like the accounts that are going immediate, that's all botted shit, right? Like it takes time for Grok to kind of get it, right? Like give it a little bit of time. And then all of a sudden it's like, it just catches like wildfire. So yeah, good stuff.
How are you going to make the videos now? I
don't know, Tyler. I don't know what I'm going to do. But maybe it's a blessing in disguise, bro. You know what I mean? Like AI slop no more. Whatever. It's time to grow up. I can't be making stupid AI videos for my whole life. It's time for Peter Pan to grow up now. So it is what it is. All right, Hunter, I'm posting it in the chat if you want to read Tyre's next question off. I just posted it in the chat.
All right, Tyre. You paid 3 creators. What should they post? A, all 3 copy paste. I want to say copy pasta. Copy paste the same announcement tweet. B, each posts unique angles, then reply to each other's tweets. Or C, each posts once, then ghosts.
Love that.
I think it's B for me. Because if they do, you see the first one, it would be like those typical meme coin style where they do the same thing, posting everyone the same post, same copy paste, the same post. And this is why always when I see this post, I know I'm gonna have to run away from it. So because from the past experience, I know. And I think the second one will be perfect because it will give huge sense of of the whole. If I was it, I would do it 100%. I don't know about you, but I'm sure.
Yeah. Crip King, you say that. What do you say? That is the right answer, Tyre. Just FYI.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
What's your take on like unique? I think it's just like you guys see the trend here, right? Like unique angles. Have a voice. You have to have a unique, authentic angle. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have a unique angle and then like your spin on it. Like each of us are. To be a creator, you got to be unique. To be unique, you have to have a voice, and every one of us has something special behind our voice. So just how do I see this, and then figure out how to lay it down on the timeline, like I think, for me, I don't like to, I like to add 20% opinion, 80% facts if I can. I don't like to spin the other way where it's like 80% opinion and 20% facts. I think sometimes we get too high on our own selves where it's like, my opinion, I don't want to say matters, but my opinion, like, is the end all be all. And it's like, wait a second, open yourself up to like, learning and understanding as well, so yeah, I agree as well.
Let's go. Hunter, anything you want to add there, brother?
No, man. No, I feel I did like the second part of that answer that you put. Then reply to each other's posts. I think that this is something in terms of campaigns and marketing that certain projects have like missed. Like you got to make sure if you have ambassadors, you got to connect them. Make sure that they're being somewhat a team in terms of replying. Because if people catch on to that, they're like, why does this ambassador never say anything to this guy? And they like the same. Like it doesn't, there's a disconnect there, but that was just a part that stood out to me.
Let's go. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Final two questions. Crip King, you're up. We're knotted up 2 apiece. Let's go. So here's the final one. Just put it in the chat. You have the final boss question. You have 5K left in your budget. Who is the secret weapon? A, the tier 1 influencer with 1 million followers charges 4K and will post once. B, 5 micro creators, 10,000 followers each, charge 1K total, will post daily for a week and engage in replies. Or C, save your money.
B.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
How many
spread the wealth.
That's what I'm saying. But why are we always seeing these tier 1 influencers making all this money, bro? Like, if it's being so obvious, what the hell is going on?
What's the wild part too is the tier 1 influencers will get the platforms to retweet their stuff and boost them when they're already paying them. And I'm like, bro, you're already paying them. Now you're boosting them, Yeah. And it's like, and those 5 micro guys get nothing, like.
It reminded me that day of the Aligners when they did that advertisement. I know. I don't want to mind you about this. Yeah. That post, I remember the tier 1, influencer. Anyway.
Bro, they made more money than all of us, Tyre. I put in 4 months of work, and literally Jamsey, Whale, and ICO Beast literally took home $2,500 a piece for a single post.
And you and Metavision, nothing.
Nothing. Nada. But we got a TVS. You know what I mean? We have a TVS, a tradable vesting schedule for a token that.
What is it? I'm looking for it now.
I don't even know anymore, bro. This is crazy.
I remember I was doing when Info5 first started, and one of the guys' names he said, I'm not gonna boil down to names, came in one post and was number 1 in something we were working on for like 4 months, and I was like, what is going on here? So it reminded me when you said Tyre.
Aligners. What did you call him, Roger? George? What did you call him? George?
It's George. I keep forgetting his name. I always say George for some reason. I don't know who's George, but I know.
I want to forget his name so much. Roger. It's Roger. Yeah. But
it's the same, similar. George, Roger.
George and Rogers. So similar.
Same letters, right? No.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Here we go. This is the final one, Hunter. I'm going to put it into this for Tyre. And then once this is done, if Tyre gets this right, then we go to the votes, which will be open for 5 hours post the stream. And you guys get to vote the same way that we did last week. So go for it. Just post it in the chat. Tyre, this one's for you.
Wait, Dave, I only have
No, 5. It's in the chat. Check the chat.
Oh,
I added the 6th one. My fault.
Oh, can you read it?
Oh, yeah, got you. Yeah. So, Tyre, you've got 20 great tweets ready to post about a project. When should you post them? A, all 20 tweets right now, 10-minute bursts, 10 minutes apart. Did you get it done?
No.
B, spread them throughout the day, mix of original posts plus replies to others. Or C, post 10 today, take a week off, and then post 10 next week.
100% B.
Yeah.
Bro, were we B? We were B all the way down the line.
I'm not trying to be predictable, but I'm just saying, you know.
I love it.
Like, I feel like, you know, there's a theme here. Yeah.
I love it.
As Nuno, she kept saying, oh, choose B. And even Chilo saying, choose B for some reason.
But yeah, man, like, I mean, think about this, right? Like, at the end of the day, like, this is, like, I mean, you've got 20 great, I suffer from this a lot, right? Like, and like Nuno and a bunch of others would tell me, like, bro, stop, what are you doing? You're posting 100 times a day. And I'm just like, but I feel like I have something important to say. It's like, no, bro, like, just no, like, you don't need to do that, right? Like, be thoughtful with the content that touches like your account. You want to sound off on something, get into the replies of somebody, right? Like, do that as opposed to either making it a full-on quote tweet or like make it, if it's going to be a thread, make sure that it's interesting, it's insightful, it's engaging. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, good stuff. You boys want to anybody want to chime in on this one?
We always have that like thing, right, where we send a post and then there's something major that happened and it's like, bro, I've got to say something about, and it's like, but for me, just wait, let your other post breathe, you know, like, and do what it's doing. And then you can come back on that other stuff, you know, like, the worst thing is like, I think like sending a post and then 20 minutes later, making an announcement. It's like, you didn't, you know, now your algorithm's all like on top of each other, you know, like, and so, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Hunter, anything you want to add here? I'm finalizing the last question for the two of them and the chat.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. I think I like where this has gone. Like I said, I'm just kind of, I've been thinking about the potential of these, you know, these tools that we're building, and I don't know a whole lot about them besides kind of like this overarching kind of vibe, right? For the clients, for the creators. I think there's a ton of potential, and I think that it's a good direction that we're going to push real quick on and real hard because we expect everyone to kind of follow this, focusing on the audience, connecting the best creators based on audience completely and not bullshit cloud or whatever.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, Nuno also said you're taking away eyes from your previous tweet when you tweet again. Let it breathe, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
True. Okay, Tyre, you can't answer this one. Crip King, you can, but this is mostly for the chat. And then I'm going to put up, obviously, the poll for everybody to obviously to go vote. And obviously, guys, this is all in good fun. There will be a quackhead disseminated to the winner. And if anybody wants to nominate from the community or anybody has anything they want to add here, I don't know if anybody answered all the questions properly. Let me know. I'm down to obviously add a couple people so we make it even more interesting and more fun, but no crying this time in the casino. Here, the answer is not, it might be B actually. I don't know. Here's the question. How many quackheads does Tyre have in his current collection? Okay. How many quackhead, Tyre, don't answer. Okay, you cannot answer this one. A, 60, B, 80, C, 55, or D, none of the above. Now let's see you fancy pants, huh? All right, let's see exactly how many you think Tyre has in the chat. And if you think, well, I guess let's wait and see. So, Tyre, you can't answer yet, okay? And I said current collection. So I don't know how many you had before. I heard you said you gave away 5. We need to know what is not yet, but we need to know what is currently in your collection. Hunter, what do you say? How many? What's your guess, bro? You think it's
how many?
Yeah.
I think it's D. I think that after the sell that it's kind of a sketchy question. I think it's D.
All right, Crip King, what do you say?
I'm gonna go with B. I mean, we've been going with B, so B.
You go with B. Okay. My God.
The second one, right? 80. That's
yeah, 80. Yeah. It could be. I thought he was on pace for 100, if I'm being honest. But Tyre, if I remember, and I don't even know the answer to this, to be perfectly honest. I just know that I had to put an option. It's like I made these numbers up. But like to my knowledge, last I remember you saying you were at either 75 or 80, and then you gave 5 away. So I think that might have brought you down to 70, which is not a choice here. So I'm going to go with D, none of the above, because maybe I'll still be wrong. But still
wait,
right.
I want D2. I want D2 as well.
You do?
Yeah, because I think the real number is 90, but I didn't hear that number, so I went with B. But go ahead.
Okay, all right. Everyone said D. Tyre?
76.
Oh,
76. Yo, AMG's pocket watching. Bro, AMG called 76, bro. Wait, hold up. AMG said 76. Oh, but then you said none of the above. Oh, that's right. He's right. Damn.
I had 80, then I give 5 away, and today early on in the morning I put 1 more. So 76.
Well, hold up. AMG, this math ain't mathing, bro. 89 minus
algebra formula for crackhead.
Motherfucker, what are you talking about? That's not 76, okay? I don't know what y'all talking about. Oh, now Nunu's jumping on the bus. This is crazy work. You guys are cheating asses out here. No, but boys, I appreciate you guys obviously coming through, and obviously participating. I'm gonna put the poll up so everybody obviously can go vote. This was awesome. I love having community members on here. You two are some of the most solid ones that we genuinely have out here. And it was really just it was a pleasure. It was a real pleasure and a treat to obviously chat with the two of you boys here today, man. For 100%, from me to you, thank you, man, for obviously taking the time and coming to chat with us in the community.
Yeah, if I could just say, I appreciate y'all as well. Wallchain is one of the ones that, I enjoy. I tell a lot of people, you need to have a reason to show up tomorrow. A couple reasons, stack them up. And Wallchain's definitely one of them. Community is important right now. We're shifting metas, and I always will be available if y'all need me.
Appreciate you, bro. Tyre, anything you want to close out with, brother?
For me, it was an amazing journey since we started this InfoFi, and I never thought I would made it through this, through the whole ups and downs and disappointment and happiness and stuff. And it's wonderful to have, without the InfoFi, without the Wallchain, I never joined any another platform, InfoFi platform during the days. I never posted a single post. I mean, as a what you call promotion post, whatever this thing. But today, after all this, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to see wonderful people within the community of Wallchain. The team, especially where are you going to find the team that they exist nowadays? They come up and have this type of community. I haven't seen it. Where just point out this community, they do this on a weekly basis. I haven't seen it. And this is type of appreciation. You took your time. Yeah, I don't know whether you get paid or not paid. It does not matter for me. For me, you're there, the support, understanding the community part of it. It means a lot during this time, tough times with this one. I'm not expecting anything from Wallchain. My expectation already back in the days when I made money. But today, where do you find another place? Where are you going to go? And either way, you disappear, or you're going to be part of the community. You attend the shows. You come up in this quick house every Tuesday and be part of it. This is what I believe. It never been before. Previously, when I started, I always thought of it. It's going to be about the money. But later on, you come dipping. I thought that it's all about the community and the love and the support that you give guys and took from time of your life just to be within the community. I really thank you for this there. And I hope you come back within that space again. Because
you got to answer this question, Tyre. You got to answer this.
Bro, wait. I think I've been telling myself Tyre's super calculated. This is all I got a major project in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Bro, is this a build up? Are you dropping an NFT collection?
You see, that for me, I had more time to play around the stuff, my stuff. I got I think around 55 stuff now, growing. And now I made a deal with another. Multi-million business. So for me, I had to choose, to be more time. I will come up and just listen to spaces and stuff from time to time, but I will not post anymore because there is no point for me to post something I don't actually now at this time. I never needed the money that I got, but it was fun. It was a challenging for me as a small account. I was 1,800 followers at that time. I never thought I could make it with the bigger boys in the space. That I said, you know what? I need to challenge myself. I already challenged myself in the real life. So why would not change in the space, this Web3 space? And today, yes, I'm not. I'm leaving that part of InfoFi and posting and about this project and stuff in there. But I'm always going to be in a space where I find really not just a community, a family that exists beyond the family I have. I've got already 16 kids now, so I don't need more than that in real life. But it's nice to be in a place where I come and just listen. Sometimes you might think that you don't get an advice, but this type of the Dave, the crypto king. I know the Undertaker. I'm gonna call you all the time. I'm gonna rename you. And Hunter. I remember the days when I would go to Hunter. I was very disappointed and down, and he lifted me up. Even he doesn't know me that hard. But that type of people, you don't want to leave them alone within the space. But it's nice to be within that space. And I always say, we're always here and we're never gonna leave. But just to be part of it, and I would love to come up in spaces just to listen to it, because we come back to the same the space where we come back as human, and this is what we're missing from the space.
I think Tyre's stock definitely went up. Like,
bro, I just put out the poll. You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
If I win, I'm dedicating not just my the quack head I'm getting. I'm dedicating another 5 quack head to Crypto King family. If I win, I'm gonna get the extra 5 quack head to Crypto King.
Yo, Crypto King, you got a campaign for Tyre now. Like, this guy's playing a different
been about
game,
the money.
bro.
It's all about the family, the growing, the community that we exist in.
I agree,
Tyre,
brother.
I love having
Appreciate you.
Tyre. Tyre, you've been an absolute breath of fresh air out here for a psycho like me, and how I am on spaces. Like, you guys have been a breath of fresh air. Crypto King, your support has been absolutely incredible, man. Like, every single week at the Quack House that Hunter hosts, and yeah, man, it's just been awesome, man. So I just appreciate the hell out of you guys. Community is like exactly what I live for. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I want to do, is like build like really cool shit with like really amazing people, and like people that are aligned with the stuff that I see and how I see the space. And you two boys are definitely some of those folks. So I appreciate you, man. Hunter, anything before we I think we're pretty good, right? Like, we're good to close out. Anything before we go?
That was a great close. Yeah, no, both you guys, great to have OGs on the space. I go way back with both of you in different ways, going back to 2021. We're going to keep building this community out like this. We're doing what we can here. We have calls and whatnot. I've given you guys the snapshot. You guys are seeing the snapshot of how projects are feeling right now. You're feeling it as creators and the deals that you're seeing. It's tough right now. But what we're doing is, the alpha today that we shared in terms of these tools that we're building for future clients, more future bullish times. Like, we're out here doing the right thing. And I'm always, community first. It's the way. And having you guys, you're gems. So thanks for your time today. And I guess the closeout, we can get a little G quack.
You fancy, huh? Where's that, bro? Where's the duck call thing, bro? Let's go. Come on.
It's not gonna sound good here.
It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. We need it, Mama. I made it. I'm a duck. I'm literally talking to 1,300 people as a duck.
All right, it's been a minute. So let's see if it might be too loud too.
Perfect.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the best way for us to go out and say, see you next week on the Quack Stream. And don't forget the Quack House on Tuesdays at 11:30. Deuces.